Good evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Badun Dash. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and IS certified international educational. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide we distribute our services locally, nationally, internationally to student job seeker, job holder, and also for learner, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinar, seminar courses, our quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, as well as platform for garage, kids learning game, website, free course, conversations, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program webinar and offline online courses for youth and learner by professional trainers, speaker and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and we serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner to represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality and continuous service so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and hello. Before we move to the next, let me remind, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, we will continue support. We already completed 1985 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, we will continue support. We already completed 1985 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and will be at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have best for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create an account for once with profile information. Note that with profile information, you enjoy our feature. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace slide. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified certificate. Now it's easier and time-ended because after the session, we will not provide any code for certification. You have to take part in one example that if you pass, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are the IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificates. Experience certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download the certificate of gratitude. If you are an online life quiz competition winner, you can download the certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download the certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in an award function which organized combined support with IGP, you can download it also. You can also prepare and download 18 test results certificate from our website using name certificate of proven professional membership, certificate of proven influence in the pandemic, certificate of active knowledge, certificate of social activities in the pandemic. Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Campaign 2020, 2021 and 2022. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1. Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2. Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3. Digital Classroom Engagement 2. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4. The New Training in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5. AP Skilling, Commercial Leadership and Managerial Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6. Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research Comprehension and Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art and Teaching a Special Program in the Arts. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Teaching Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador. Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000 plus international level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teacher. You can join IGP alumni. You can check out our prepared student services website for free and many more. Dear IGP Publisher, we promised previously a lack of technical problem, we late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credentials, solve all issue from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your details for all admin details. It's a cordial request to check all button and pages on our website. Share, like, and sell will benefit. Thank you, but note that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start at a 1986 webinar, which name is Breezing Conflicts. And today our speaker's name is C.K. Ari Vasagan. He is from India. Before I hand over this to Story Speaker, sir must share a very little bit about him. Certified Professor, Skill Trainer, Consultant Trainer, Business Associate Consultant. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hi. Yes. My voice is clear. I'm audible. I'm
Yes, sir. The
good
stage
to
is yours.
go.
You can start your presentation now.
Yeah, thank you so much. I welcome all my guests here for this evening and greetings on this last day of 2023 to make our 2024 a more meaningful one where we can like live more happily, peacefully. This topic is of utmost importance, my dear friends. So, I'm just going to give you the rich information of how you can make your life much more happier, enjoy life every moment by managing conflicts. And you can all call me Ari because my name is difficult to pronounce. It's a unique name in India. So you can all address me as ARI, the first three letters of my word. And I stay here in a place called Coimbatore. It's one of the most coolest place in our country. And I welcome you all here. My place is surrounded by ghats full of hill stations and we have the rich source of nature here. So today's topic, bridging conflicts, my dear friends, you cannot refuse that every one of us like experience or face or encounter conflict at every stage of our life. But how do we come across it? How do we come out of it? How do we manage it? Or how do we handle it is very important. And sometimes when you don't know how to manage a conflict, we always fail and we become stressed. So I'm going to give you some rich inputs and takeaway. My dear friends, stay with me. Let me start with the presentation, and I would like to give you time for questions at the end of the presentation, my dear friends. So the objectives of this session, my dear friends, we will understand what is the positive side of conflicts, and we will have to understand like from where conflicts come into life, right? Maybe your professional life or your personal life or your social life or your relationships and whatever it is, like you have to understand from where exactly conflicts come into existence, and you also should be clear who creates the conflict. And that's what we say we will be discussing on identifying conflict roles. And for conflict roles, there is a famous psychologist, Stephen Cartman, who came out with the drama triangle. So we will be discussing like drama triangle of how conflicts rise and how conflicts don't come to an end, but how they can play a role in bringing the conflict to end. And yes, since man came into existence, our ancestors in this world have used many ways to manage conflicts in their life. We are going to discuss on the six evolutionary solutions that we also can apply in our life to manage conflicts, my dear friends. So, welcome. Let's start learning together one by one. I have a quiz for every one of you, my dear friends. How many squares can you see on? Come on. This is the question. This is the quiz for every one of you. How many squares can you see on the picture? Put your answers on the chat box, please. I can give you 1 minute of time. The right answer is being applauded. They get appreciation. We all clap the hands for the person. Can anyone put on the chat box how many squares can you see? Any one of you? Any one of you can give the right answer? I would like to see your response in the chat box. Come on, come on. Can I have any answers here? Because this is now a conflict state. And I'm just showing you your like picture with a square, number of squares, and I just want to give me the answer how many squares you see in the picture. Come on, my dear friends, can any one of you respond Like, what is the number of squares that you can see in the picture? I'm seeing Rosalinda, Ave, and I'm seeing many other participants. Flomi, yes, Kiangwi, Aaron, Quenny, and my first friend who came here, Alex Xavier Alvarez. Any one of you can give the answer? Hi, Marianne, welcome, my dear friends. Okay, so in between the discussions, please let me know how many squares you can see in the picture, right? So we will discuss with the right answer, but let me continue with the presentation, my dear friends. The first question is a conflict always bad? So come on, my dear friends, can you answer this? Is a conflict always bad? So if you find out the answers, my dear friends, a conflict in your personal life or in a professional life is not always bad. It has its own positive sides. And my dear friends, the positive sides of conflicts are as shown here. The first thing, whenever there is a conflict state, we also get a chance to show up differences by different people that we are working with when we are in a professional setup. Or if it is your family, when people show up the differences, you will be able to understand what is their state of mind and what is that they would like to express. On the second positive side of any conflict, my dear friends, it gives a chance to create unity. Yes, so it gives a chance for every one of us to create or come together. If you are working in an organization, when there is a conflict situation and there is a competition for your business, then what you do, you try to unite together and face the situation, and that is what we say create unity. And the third one, my dear friends, the positive side, yes, like you can always bring out change in your conflict situations because we will try to find out new ways. We will like try to bring out new solutions, and we can definitely bring a change in the way that you have been like handling something. And third, my dear friends, you also bring stability, world against the new. And like in conflict situations only, we understand the real hierarchies, like who comes first, who comes second, and who comes third in an organization or in a like personal setup. Like we can identify the people who takes the lead or the leadership, and from there we also support evolution and defend the truth, my dear friends. So positive side of conflicts is what I'm showing. So my dear friends, keep in mind, not every conflict will bring stress for you. Conflicts are to bring the best out of ourselves, and also they can add more positive value in every situation that we encounter conflicts, right? My dear friends, now this is a beautiful tool that every one of you can apply in your real lives. So I'm just teaching you the bridge model, which is one technique that you can apply whenever you are going to encounter conflicts in your life. Let it be a personal relationship problem, let it be a professional like boss employee relationship, and anywhere, my dear friends, if you apply this bridge model, you will definitely like come out of the conflict and you will be happy and peaceful. Kyangwi, not 25. I expect some more answers. So, my dear friends, whenever you are in a conflict state, you can use this bridge model. And bridge is an acronym. B stands for breathe deeply and win time, and R stands for research the conflict and like try to find out the history, and I stands for identifying the roles that is part of the conflict that has come up, and also detect the hidden factors and generate strategy and learn to execute using those strategies, my dear friends. So let me take you more detail with the bridge model, and it goes like this. My dear friends, in the bridge model, the B stands for breathe deeply and win time. What is breathing deeply? Come on, everyone, take a deep breath with me. Whenever we come across a situation where you get shocked, where you are frightened, where you are like what let into a state of fear, the first reaction that we do is we take our deep breath inside. And that is the moment like when we are becoming discomfort or we are becoming uncomfortable and our whole body goes into stress. So the moment that we are having a like defensive mechanism, or when we are trying to react to a particular person's like say comment or a complaint or criticism, we tend to react. My dear friends, please don't react, because like when you react, what happens is like you go into stress. So whenever you are facing a conflict situation, the first one you got to do is breathe deeply and win time. So come on, my dear friends, can every one of you breathe deeply with me for 4 to 5 times? I'm starting. Ready? One, two, three. Breathe in, breathe out. Second time, breathe out. Third time, breathe out. Fourth time, breathe out. Fifth time, breathe in, breathe out. Hope every one of you are having a relaxation now. So, my dear friends, the secret is when you take time to respond or give a reply, you have to take time in a conflict situation, and they should not give your answer, give a response immediately, which will leave you into stress. And that's why when you breathe deeply, it makes your whole body to relax when you breathe out. And the second one, my dear friends, in a conflict situation, you have to understand the opponent's strength and abilities in the conflict state. If you react, the opponent can come and attack you much stronger. So you have to just be very clear how your opponent is placed. And the third one, try to identify the goal. What is that you want to achieve in that particular state where there is a conflict situation? So, my dear friends, in the bridge model, the first B is for breathe deeply and win time. Don't react or respond or answer till you get clear information. The second acronym goes to, my dear friends, to like understanding whether it is a conflict or a problem. Most of the time, we have like confusion whether I'm in a conflict or a problem, right? See, as you can see, problems can be solved on the spot and disappear, right? For example, you drive a car on a highway, suddenly one of the tire is leaking, right? And in your home, it is nighttime and suddenly electricity goes off. Is that a problem or is that a conflict? If you look deeply, both of them are problems, my dear friends. But conflicts have much deeper roots that we see, like in the iceberg, right? And you never know when it started, like who started it, and how long it has been existing. And we cannot be a part of it, my dear friends. A conflict can be because of someone else, something that we can never play a role. Only a part of the conflict is known. So that is why you have to go for the R in the bridge model. You have to research the conflict. So, point one, my dear friends, breathe deeply, take time, don't respond immediately. And the next R stands for research the conflict, understand whether it is a problem or it is actually a conflict. So now we have our friend RES who is going to help us research the conflict. And my dear friends, like R in a conflict stands for the rational part of a conflict that we encounter. And what is the rational part? Where logic, where intelligence, where like common sense thinking is involved in the rational part. Sometimes conflicts can arise because of rational reasons. So, in such situations, if you think logically, if you think intellectually, to try to consider the viewpoints of others, you can bring out a rational solution for a conflict situation. And that is the first thing in any conflict when you research the conflict. And next comes E. Sometimes a conflict can be because of emotional situations. Take a family, the husband wife have a small misunderstanding. It's an emotional issue, and there your rational like approach will not help you. Right, my dear friends? So until your emotional problems are resolved, where there has to be this relationship like bonding, there should be the trust, there should be the value. And when you are able to establish that, my dear friends, you will be able to resolve a conflict which is because of emotional reasons, and then you can go for like taking it at a rational level. And the third one, my dear friends, like any conflict can be because of a systemic level. What is systemic level? We all have heard of politics, you know, like some people, just to have their politics live, they will create unseen problems and unseen conflicts, so that like two parties always are having competition within each other. So when it is a systemic level of conflict, then, my dear friends, your rational approach or emotional approach will not be any help. And at the systemic level, like people who are playing politics in the world, in the office, in the home, will continue to do that. So until they take the responsibility to bring an end to the conflict, then there is no solution to it. So, my dear friends, any conflict, if you research, only will be of these three states. One is because of rational reasons, and second one because of emotional reasons, and the third one at a systemic level. So, ask yourself when you are in a conflict situation whether it is because of a logical reason, or it is because of an emotional issue, or it is at the systemic level where you don't have any country. Now, let's go further and try to identify the conflict roles. My dear friends, I would like to share a story here. A father goes to his office and returns home in the evening, right? And when he comes home at the evening, in the evening, he is seeing his wife like complaining about the two children they have. So this family is having two children, one boy, one girl, husband and wife. The husband is a earning member. He goes to the office and comes back in the evening home, where the wife is complaining to the husband, like more with a fear, with tears in her eyes, that these two children are not listening to my words. They are disobeying. They are creating like chaos at the home. They are behaving in a naughty manner at the home, and I'm not able to control. So, my dear friends, if you see, like in any conflict, there are going to be like three different roles. And the three different roles are, in this particular situation where the mother is complaining to the father, what happens? Who is the aggressor here? Who created the conflict? It was, whether it was the mother or the children. Can any one of you answer? Who was the like main aggressor here? It was the children or it was the mother? It was the children who were creating trouble, who were disturbing the mother. They are the aggressor in this particular state of conflict. And now, what happens? Like this husband, the mother of the children, now like consoles the wife and says, "Don't worry, like I will now handle this." And he starts scolding the children. So now the aggressor, who is the children, are now becoming a victim. And now the aggressor role is taken by the father, who is trying to save the mother, and he becomes again the rescuer. So, my dear friends, when the father becomes the rescuer for the mother who is in a conflict state, the children become the victim. And now what happens is the father starts scolding the children. So when he starts scolding the children become the victim. But in the previous case, when they were very naughty, when they were troubling their mother, they were the aggressor and the mother was the victim. When the father came home, what happened? The aggressor stage went to the father and he became the rescuer for the mother, and the victim were the children. And now what happens? This mother, who is observing the father like scolding the children, takes the role of the aggressor and says the father to be quiet, don't scold the children. And at this moment, the mother becomes the aggressor, the father becomes a victim, and the children, they come and like talk to their father, and they try to save father from the mother. And see, my dear friends, in any conflict situation, it is only a drama triangle. It keeps on repeating, repeating, repeating. It will never come to an end if there are these three parties. So understand your role in any conflict, whether you are the aggressor, whether you are the victim, or whether you are the rescuer. If you take professional organizations, there will be the HR team, right? The human resource team. When there is a problem, conflict within a team, within the team leader and the team members, what will happen? This rescuer, who is the HR person, will definitely come inside and try to solve the problem. So here, the rescuer is played by the HR team member, and the victim here is the team member, and the aggressor here is the team leader, right? So, my dear friends, understand even in a family life, like the drama triangle keeps continuing, and we have to find out ways how you can bring this drama to an end. So any conflict can be brought to an end if you can find out the way how to end this drama. Because life is always a drama, my dear friends. So now let's try to understand how does the aggressor behave. Aggressor is the person who initiates, who creates, who brings out the conflict. Their actions, they're active, performing, powerful. They always use short and powerful sentences, and they always have a straight eye contact, and they focus, and they always have that authoritative tone. This is how an aggressor actually expresses and behaves. And now, the next role, my dear friends, how does a victim behave? What is the behavior of a victim? They always are complaining. They always are helpless. They are hopeless. you know, because they are like now a victim. They are afraid. They don't want to do anything. They go into the shell and they start sharing endless stories. They have a very low voice, and again, they don't have eye contact, and they are always protective. So this is how a body language or the behavior of a victim is. And the third person in any conflict, my dear friends, a rescuer, is always strict. They always talk about the rules. They always warn. They use long sentences, right? If you don't follow the rules, then I will be like penalizing you. I will give you the punishment. I will be like giving you, taking an action on you. This is how a rescuer speaks, right? And they are always unpersonal, and they have an advising tone, and they don't look at you face to face. So, my dear friends, understand in any conflict role, like you can be either of the one. You can be the aggressor, you can be the victim, or you can be the rescuer. So understand what role you are into in a conflict situation. Now, my dear friends, the conflict role, as I said, is a drama. The conflict comes to an end only if you are able to put an end to the drama and reverse the roles in a proactive manner. Now, let us see like what the rescuer can be, what the victim can be, and what the aggressor can be. So now, like the rescuer who always tries to save people in any conflict situation can better take the role of a mentor where he is coaching people, he is training people, and make people realize their own resources and their abilities. So the victim, instead of complaining always about the state they are, they can try to find out solutions for their own problems by lateral thinking, by creative methods, right? Sometimes you have to invent your own solutions, and the aggressor, the creator of the problem, the person who is in charge of the conflict, can always take a more higher effective role of being a performer where he focuses only the organizational goal or achieving the organization's target. So, my dear friend, so in any conflict, the conflict doesn't end until you reverse the drama triangle. So, this is what Dr. Stephen Karpman, you can all do your Google search, a famous psychologist, has brought this concept of the drama revision where like you can bring any conflict to a most like positive end. So, my dear friends, like the aggressor should become the performer, the rescuer becomes the mentor, the victim like becomes the creator. He tries to solve his own problem, my dear friends. And if you are in your conflict situation, please identify your role and try to like reverse your role as per the parameters that's shown here. And now, my dear friends, like we have to go. We have seen B, breathe deeply and take time to respond. And I, we have seen identifying the conflict roles, whether you are the aggressor, you are the victim, or we are the rescuer. Then we have also now entering into detecting the hidden facts. So why does the conflict come out? Why does the conflict actually arise? My dear friends, the first thing is you have to identify the double truths. If there are two people, two employees complaining in your organization, in your team, in your company, then both of them will be having different versions of a complaint, right? So you have to cross-verify the double truths or the hidden truths, and also try to take the conflict to that level of like RES, right? You have to research the conflict, whether it is because of rational level, or it is an emotional problem, or it is a like systemic problem. And the most important thing is when two people are complaining about a particular conflict, you also have to visualize the relationships that those people have within the other team members or within the other relatives, because they can get information, they can get the motivation from external sources to come and do that conflict within the team that they are working. And the last one, my dear friends, there are these hidden facts. Many people do not disclose like what they are into, what is that they have done for a conflict to come out. Yes, if you are in a state that if you say something out, you will be caught. I will never say that thing outside in open because I have the fear of getting penalized or I can be punished. And that is what we say exploring the hidden like facts. So, my dear friends, in the bridge model, we have seen B, we have seen R, we have seen identifying conflict roles, and D stands for the detecting hidden facts. And now let's move to the like G, which is the strategies that people have been using. Like since man came into existence, there are six hierarchical solutions that people have been following and by difference. So when there is a conflict, imagine a practical situation. You have an opponent, you have a person that you don't like, you have a enemy. I don't want any one of you to have an enemy. There is a person that you are always having a tough time with, you always have a fight with, right? And now you are somewhere in a place where you are seeing that person face to face. Or take the situation in a jungle, there is this tiger and there is this deer which are coming to face at a long distance. When the tiger sees this deer, or the deer sees the tiger, what is the first thing that the deer will do? It will try to escape from that place so that it can save its life. And my dear friends, the first hierarchical solution that you can follow in a conflict situation is escape. Don't stand in a place where you sense that a big conflict can come. Escape from that place, run away is the first solution that we can always follow in a conflict state, right? And we also say that you can avoid a conflict state. Don't try to be a party. Don't try to like do something good. Stay away, go away, run away, and you will be safe. You will save your life. The first strategy, my dear friends, escape, avoid, run away. This has been followed for many years, many people to avoid conflict situations. And the second like situation or the second solution that you can apply when you're in a conflict is destroy. When there are two people, when there is a deer and when there is this tiger, like both of them will fight till someone is finished. Either the deer hits the tiger on its head or damages its body part and runs away to escape, or this tiger kills the deer, like any one of them has to die. And my dear friends, if you have no other option, then you have to see in what way you can bring the conflict to end by like making the other person lose. And that is what we say destroy. But I don't recommend that you destroy someone. Like you have to see that you are like making the other person like make them feel valueless. That's all. And the third option my dear friends, if you want to still live your life, if you want to have your life to live further, the best way, the third solution in a conflict is to surrender. Yes, hands up, put your guns down, and surrender because your life will be saved, and you can later like do whatever the opponent says, and you can still live your life. Or there is this fourth option, the fourth solution, my dear friends, where you can delegate the conflict to a third party. Who's the third party? It can be a person that you trust. It can be a common man within your like team, or it can be your mentor in your team, or it can be the leader of your society, and you can take the help of them. You both people conflict in a conflict situation can go and share to them like what has happened, and they will give a solution. But my dear friends, understand the first four ways of conflict solution: escape, destroy, surrender, delegate. In all these four solutions, one person has to lose. So, in any conflict situation, like if you follow the four methods to escape a conflict, to avoid a conflict, only one person wins, the other person loses. So, the best way, positive ways to escape a conflict is you can go for a situation of compromise. So, what is this compromise, my dear friends? You can just try to let go of a small thing, even if it is a loss for you, so that you still continue doing whatever you like to do. So, the most important first positive step in a conflict solution, my dear friends, is to go for a compromise. Sit and talk. Today, countries which are in war, they try to negotiate. They try to bring two missionaries, and then they try to discuss and try to bring the conflict to an end. So you have to compromise. You have to lose a little, but again, it won't be a big loss. Or if you would like to still make it further, you can go for consensus. What is consensus? Like sit, collaborate, discuss all the pros and cons, and find out ways that will bring a win-win situation, my dear friends. So, my dear friends, I have given you the solutions that you can manage any conflict. So the best way is to go for consensus, take the approval of the other party, like stay with them, and try to see that you are in right terms, or that is the first thing that you can do in any conflict. If that is not possible, go for a compromise, sit and talk, even a small loss, let it go. And if that compromise doesn't work, then you have to go for delegation, or you have to surrender, or you have to destroy, or you have to escape. My dear friends, these are the six hierarchical solutions, and whatever is your conflict state, please apply them accordingly. Now, so once you have known which solution is good for you, my dear friends, you have to stay flexible to adopt that strategy. So B, R, I, D, G, we have seen the generating solutions, we saw six solutions, and E stands for executing strategies. So what is executing strategies? You have to decide which of the six solutions is going to match your conflict and whether it will be a right option. And when we say stay flexible, my dear friends, here is one thing that I would like to share. I have been learning my neuro linguistic programming. We call that NLP, and I'm an NLP associate practitioner. We have the four pillars of neuro linguistic programming. What is neuro linguistic programming? Neuro stands the like neurons in your brain, which are the main command centers to send signals of communication to all the body parts, right? So these neurons, like which send communication, like make us to form a language. We try to like understand the communications from external behavior, from parental behavior, from the people around us, and we try to form a program, and that is how we are living our life, my dear friends. So the four pillars of neuro linguistic programming says the first thing that you got to do in life is always build rapport with people. What is building rapport? You have to form a positive, a good relationship with everyone that you are going to live your life with. And that is the first pillar. And the second pillar says, my dear friends, like use your five senses very carefully. Which are your five senses? Every decision that you take in your life is because of the five senses. You see something, you like it. You smell something, you like it. You hear something, you like it. You touch something, you like it. You taste something, you like it. Every decision that we take in our life is because of those five decisions, my dear friends. The second pillar of NLP says use your five senses and be aware of how we are using your senses because that is going to take decisions for your life. And the third thing, my dear friends, please understand what is the goal that you want to achieve by doing something in your life. What is the desired outcome that you would like to see in anything that you are going to do in your life? It can be doing a job, it can be taking up a project, it can be talking to someone, it can be meeting someone, or it can be doing a business. What is the outcome? What is the goal that you want to achieve? That's the third pillar. And the fourth pillar, my dear friends, is you have to learn to be flexible. What is being flexible? Whenever possible, wherever possible, you have to let go of things, my dear friends. And please adapt any of those six strategies whenever you have conflicts in your life. So, my dear friends, we have seen about recognizing the positive side of conflicts, and we have seen research conflicts with RES, rational, emotional, and then systemic. And we have seen identifying the conflict roles: who is the aggressor, who is the victim, and who is the rescuer, and what role you are playing in any conflict. You have to understand. And we also saw that we have to reverse the drama triangle where the aggressor becomes the performer, the rescuer becomes the mentor, coach, and the victim becomes the creator of his own solutions for the problems. And we saw the six solutions that we can follow in any conflict state. Right? What are the six solutions? Escape, right? Destroy, surrender, or we also can delegate. And the last two, consensus or compromise, are the best solutions, my dear friends. So this is what we are seeing. We have seen the bridge model of conflict resolution, my dear friends. And with that, I come to the end of the session. So now let's go for taking questions. And my dear friends, please post your questions on the chat box. I will be able to answer them and give you my responses. Thank you very much. Before I close, I would like to extend my sincere gratitudes to IGP, right, and coordinating people, the host for my session here, and Mr. Bandan Das for making this session a possible reality. And it is really a great moment for me interacting with people from the international community and for your noble presence at this moment. So, my dear friends, hope this information that I shared with you will help you live your life more meaningfully and will make your 2024 a much more richer, prosperous, and a peaceful one. Best wishes, everyone, and Happy New Year 2024. So I'm willing to take questions. Anyone wanting to ask questions can put your questions in the chat box and we will be able to get the answers. We have 5 minutes more. Any questions you can put on the chat box, my dear friends. No problem, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anelita. Well,
Thank you so much, sir, for a rich content presentation which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question and answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session
yeah.
part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online competition. Dear IGP
Yeah.
knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition.
So, my dear friends, they can come on the mic. They can come on the mic.
Welcome back, sir. Welcome back to our participant. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition.
I think you can go ahead with the webinar certification process. I don't have any questions here, but still, I'm ready to answer.
So I think after a wonderful presentation, our participant can understand the topic very clearly. That's why no questions from our participants. So once
Yeah.
again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a
Yes.
lot from you with new topic. It will add some
Yes.
value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir,
Yes.
hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Honorable sir, before we move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
I will just answer one question. Kyangvi has asked for the abbreviation for bridge, right? I. Yes, I'm done.
Okay, sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. See you.
Dear IGP Knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Dear IGP Knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Certification process. Visit www.edurgp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a learning session and get enrolled. After watching Comlink Part 1, move to the next video learning test passing market person. If pass back to the course again to download your certificate, if failed to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.edurgp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a learning session and get enrolled. After watching Omning Part 1, move to the next video learning test passing market person. If pass back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed to retake the quiz, download your certificate in PDF or JPG. We are IGP now series time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is a regular webinar activity. We change the field process for online quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions carefully. Visit www.edurgp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you cannot join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the live quiz button or given link. Find the session name and join with your Ops user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue certificate for top 10 as previously, which you can find on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. With certain people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. First question is result of torn brains between the cerebral cortex and venous sinus. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 1 is the right answer. 42% people are right here. Second question is, when you install cross breathing the bottom and nail only after. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 36% people are right here. Next question is, breathe social capital. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 1 is the right answer. 77% people are right here. Next question is, what is the citizen term for Jesus' death, bridging the gap between God and man? Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 62% people are right here. Our next question is, draining breeze which has caused numerous death occurs in. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 85% people are right here. Our next question is, this tool is useful in laying out reference states and cross bridging. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 100% people are right here. Our next question is, bridging is an example of a. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 92% people are right here. Our next question is, an example of a bridge simulation would be, is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 77% people are right here. Our second last question of the session is, what is minimum spacing for job seat strapping, bridging, blocking? Is it option 1 or option 2? Mishti, Mishti. Fan, pani daw na. Option 2 is the right answer. 58% people are right here. Our last and final question of the session is, which vein is known as the breathing vein? Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 1 is the right answer. 36% people are right here. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in your top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in your top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not a people of things. Albert Einstein. Before I start, hit the like button. I again want to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.